Once upon a time, beyond the known boundaries of the world, lay a city forgotten by time itself. This city, with its dazzling architecture and towers stretching into the endless sky, stood somewhere between reality and fantasy. The streets of the city were filled with echoes of the past and whispers of the future, yet they bore no name. Every corner hosted a story. Every stone whispered a memory. One day, a traveler came to the city. The traveler was a figure without a name or a past. They were simply consumed by a quest to unravel the city's mysteries. As the traveler wandered the labyrinthine streets, they noticed that the flow of time here worked differently. Here, minutes could turn into hours, and hours into seconds. As the traveler moved towards the center of the city, they encountered its inhabitants. They too were nameless, and each offered the traveler a piece of the city's secrets. One whispered how time could be stopped. Another claimed the city was actually a dream. Each resident contributed to the traveler's search for meaning. Finally, the traveler reached the heart of the city. There, they found a garden living in eternal moment, where all times and places converged. In the middle of the garden stood a mirror that held all secrets and reflected the essence of the city. When the traveler looked into the mirror, they saw not their own reflection, but all the stories of the city. And in that moment, the traveler understood that the city was actually within themselves and everyone else, nameless, timeless, and boundless. And so, the traveler's quest came to an end. The city had given them the answers they sought, but more importantly, it had taught them the courage to ask questions. The traveler left the city, but the city never left them, for the city beyond time was not just a place, but a state of being, and the traveler would always carry this state in their heart. As the traveler advanced through the city's enigmatic streets, they felt the fabric of time altering with each step. Minutes stretched and shrank. Hours lost their meaning. At every turn, the boundaries of past and future blurred, and the traveler realized they were on a journey beyond time. The city's inhabitants existed like shadows, silent and serene. Each encounter offered the traveler a new clue to the city's depths. A woman explained how time could be folded. A child whispered that the city was actually a mirror. Each resident fueled the traveler's desire to know more. Approaching the city's center, the atmosphere shifted. The air was filled with an electrified silence, and the traveler sensed the heart of the city was near. Advancing towards it, they came upon an ancient library guarding the city's secrets. Its shelves were laden with books from beyond time, each harboring a piece of the city. Wandering the labyrinthine corridors of the library, the traveler discovered that each book told its own tale. Some contained stories of the past, others visions of the future. The traveler became lost among this knowledge, forgetting time itself. As the traveler roamed the endless corridors of the library, they became lost among books brimming with wisdom from beyond time. Each page held the knowledge, memories, and dreams of the city's ancient dwellers. In the light of this information, the traveler felt a step closer to unraveling the city's secrets. As they neared the city's center, the world around the traveler began to transform. The sky took on the vibrant and bright hues of a painter's palette. Amidst this riot of colors, the traveler pondered how time shaped itself and how the city could be so beautiful. Moving toward the heart of the city, the traveler encountered a square. This square was a nexus where all paths beyond time intersected. Here, the traveler saw the city's inhabitants gathering and exchanging knowledge. Each represented a part of the city, revealing deeper meanings to the traveler. Wandering the square, the traveler realized that each of the city's residents had a story from beyond time. They embodied the city's past, present, and future. The traveler listened to each of these stories and began to understand how the city could be so mysterious and enchanting. As the traveler passed beyond the square, they felt themselves drawing closer to the heartbeat of the city. This was a place beyond time and space. With each step, the traveler's soul gained deeper understanding. At the center of the square stood a fountain, its waters flowing from time itself. When the traveler touched the water's surface, they sensed the currents of past and future. The city's inhabitants continued to narrate the history of the city and their lives beyond time to the traveler. Each story opened new worlds in the traveler's mind. An old man recounted how the city was founded and protected by forces beyond time. A young girl spoke of hidden treasures in every corner of the city, discoverable only by those truly seeking. Guided by the city's residents, the traveler continued towards the center of the timeless city. With each step, the secrets of the city became slightly more unveiled. The traveler began to understand that the city was not just a place, but also a state of being. This state represented an understanding beyond time and space. Upon reaching the heart of the city, the traveler found the garden beyond time. It was a place where all times and spaces converged. And there, the traveler found all the answers they sought. Standing in the middle of the garden was a mirror that showed the traveler all the stories of the city. Looking into the mirror, the traveler realized that the city was not just a reflection, but a reality living within everyone. In the garden beyond time, as the traveler stood before the mirror, they delved into the depths of the city's secrets. The mirror showed not only the tales of the city, but also reflections of the traveler's inner world. In every story the mirror revealed, the traveler found pieces of the city and themselves. Wandering the garden, the traveler became lost among the trees that transcended time. Each tree narrated a tale from a different era. As the traveler listened to these stories, they understood more profoundly that the city was not just a place, but also a state of being. The traveler encountered a book in the center of the garden, a tome containing all secrets from beyond time. When they opened it, the pages were blank. Yet, with the traveler's touch, the pages began to fill themselves, revealing stories of the city's past, present, and future. As the traveler turned the pages of the book, the city's secrets were unveiled one by one. Each story explained how the city could be so mysterious and captivating. The traveler internalized each of these tales, feeling the spirit of the city even more deeply. In the garden beyond time, as the traveler turned the pages of the book, they were immersed in the city's secrets. Each page offered a piece from a different era of the city. Navigating through these pages, the traveler saw the city's past, present, and future come together like a mosaic. While wandering the garden, the traveler came upon the door of an ancient temple hidden among the timeless trees. The temple had stood there since the city's inception, holding all its wisdom. Upon opening the temple's door, the traveler felt the peace and quiet inside. Within the temple were ancient inscriptions written by priests from beyond time. Reading these, the traveler learned how the city was founded and protected by forces beyond time. Each inscription revealed deeper meanings and secrets of the city to the traveler. As the traveler descended into the depths of the temple, they reached an enlightenment beyond time. In the temple's holiest place, they met the spirits of the city's founders. These spirits narrated the city's history and their lives beyond time to the traveler. Armed with this knowledge, the traveler moved a step closer to solving the city's mysteries. In the temple's holiest place, the traveler experienced a profound moment of connection with the spirits of the city's founders. These spirits conveyed knowledge from beyond time and the history of the city to the traveler. Each word opened a new door in the traveler's mind, and the city's secrets began to piece together. Stepping outside the temple, the traveler noticed that they now saw the city's streets with different eyes. Every building, every corner, was now telling the traveler a part of the city's story. Listening to these tales, the traveler understood more deeply that the city was not just a place, but also a state of being. As the traveler wandered the city's streets, they encountered a child from beyond time. The child whispered to the traveler the city's greatest secret. At the heart of the city lay a key that could stop time itself. The traveler embarked on a new quest through the city's labyrinthine streets to find this key. During their quest, The traveler met a gardener from beyond time. The gardener revealed to the traveler that the city had actually sprung from a seed and had grown and developed over time. Each flower told a story from a different time period of the city. And as the traveler listened to these stories, they began to understand how the city could be so mysterious and captivating. As the traveler navigated the labyrinthine streets of the city beyond time, seeking the key, they felt the city's spirit more profoundly with each step. The inhabitants watched the traveler with enigmatic glances, wishing success on this final quest. At last, the traveler reached the top of the city's oldest and tallest tower. There, in a room beyond time, stood the key that made the city's heart beat. When the traveler took the key in hand, all the city's times and spaces converged, and for a moment, the entire universe was shrouded in silence. Turning the key, the city's secrets unfolded before the traveler. The city now stood before the traveler not as a dream, but as a real place. The traveler realized that the city was not just a reflection, but a reality that lived within everyone. With this realization, the traveler grasped that the city beyond time was not just a place, but also a state of being. The city lived in everyone's heart, a state that each must journey to discover for themselves. And so, the traveler's quest came to an end. The city had provided the answers sought, but more importantly, it had taught the courage to ask questions. The traveler departed from the city, but the city never left them. For the city beyond time was not just a place, but a state of being, and the traveler would always carry this state in their heart.